Regarding Jones versus Aspen, Dana White provides a positive update. A UFC heavyweight title unification is one of the most anticipated bouts in 2025. Even though Jon Jones is considered by many to be among the greatest fighters of all time, some people continue to doubt whether he is the best in his current weight class. Champion Tom Aspinall presents a compelling argument for being the top heavyweight at the moment. Jones would find him to be an intriguing opponent because to his speed, strength, and youth. Given the back-and-forth banter and the heavyweight champion's lack of enthusiasm for the battle, the rumors of a possible clash between them have only intensified. Fortunately, Dana White is determined to get the fight. The UFC is committed to making it happen, which is encouraging given Jones's reputation as a difficult negotiator. Plans are probably already in the works because Aspen has stated that he has agreed to everything. In a recent interview with Jim Rome, Dana expressed the same assurance, stating, quote, "The fight will happen. We're working on it and talking about it. I mean, I've stated that I'm pretty sure that a fight will take place this year. Nothing is stopping it. It's just a matter of finishing it. You know, it's not as simple as people think to put these kinds of fights together. It takes time, but we'll finish it." Getting Jones to consent to the fight may appear to be the largest challenge from the outside, but Dana thinks there isn't a significant roadblock standing in the way of the deal's completion. At UFC 311, Jamal Hill anticipates a title shot if he defeats Yui Prasa. Hilfe believes that he has earned the right to compete for the UFC light heavyweight title again, and that he will have a chance to do so if he wins his next bout. At UFC 311 tomorrow night, Hill will take on Yui Prasa, another former 205-pound, around 93 kilo champion. Hill, who has won championships before, defeated Glover Teixeira by decision to take home the vacant title at UFC 283. Hill's journey back to the top hasn't been easy. He fought Alex Pereira for the title in the main event of UFC 300 last April, but was knocked out in the first round. Despite this setback, Sweet Dreams remains focused on making his way back to the top. Yeah, 100%. I feel a win here, especially. A dominant, impressive win gets me a title fight next. Next is the championship. I don't see why it wouldn't be an Ilia fighting number 5 or something like that. Last then, that just says championship. So I'm fighting number 2 in the world. I don't see me going backward from that. Hill's rivalry with Pereira goes beyond the octagon with a dramatic altercation at the UFC Performance Institute last month, adding to the animosity. This incident has further spurred Hill's drive to prove he's deserving of another shot at the crown. Islam Makhachev claims he's not leaving the UFC without a second belt. Tomorrow's main event of UFC 311 will feature Makhachev defending his lightweight title in a rematch with Arman Kukan. It's an interesting battle, and if Makhachev prevails, there won't be a clear successor for him. Islam has stated that he will not retire until he gets 2 titles and has indicated interest in going up to welterweight. I'm not sure. It's my objective, but it's not my job. This is my objective. I will not quit this sport without a second title. Finish the quote. Makhachev's closeness with current UFC welterweight champion Belal Muhammad, however, could be a hindrance to that strategy. Islam stated that even though the two have stated that they do not want to fight, they may discuss it further and reach a consensus. If that does not work out, Makhachev is certain that he has plenty of time to accomplish his goal, and even if it is not his next fight, he is prepared to wait and watch how the welterweight division develops. He is my friend Makhachev, and he mentioned, "Muhammad, we trained together last week and we have the same manager. Yes, we will talk. I don't intend to retire because I have time to become a champion," which would definitely solidify Islam MV's status as one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time, before Islam can pursue his dreams of becoming a champion. He must first defeat Arman tomorrow night. Makhachev is the overwhelming favorite coming into the bout, and he has stated that he wants to destroy Sarukhan so thoroughly that he will never again mention Islam. Quotation, "Arman talks too much, but I'll stop him from talking about me after January 18th. Last quotation, having a 26-1 professional record and having just defeated Dustin Poirier by submission, Islam Makhachev wants to establish his supremacy in the lightweight division even more. The rivalry between UFC featherweight champion Ilia Topuria and MMA icon Khabib Nurmagomedov just got hot during an interview with Setanta Sports Georgia. Ilia was asked about Khabib being in Umar Nurmagomedov's corner for a fight against his close friend Miab Deals. The unbeaten champion questioned Khabib's power in the octagon and didn't mince words when voicing his faith in Meb. While acknowledging Khabib's history, El Matador downplayed the importance of Khabib's appearance, suggesting that no amount of corner coaching could prepare Umar for more Rob's unrelenting speed and pressure. In the same interview, Ilia sparked controversy by claiming Khabib was his ideal opponent and alluded to escalating tensions between the camps. "The fight I've always imagined is Khabib. I genuinely think I can defeat him now and when he was at the height of his abilities." Finish the quote. Social media was triggered by the statement. Fans were arguing whether Ilia's confidence was warranted. Some cited Khabib's years out of competition, while others brushed off Touria's assertions as being too ambitious. With unwavering confidence, Topuria also targeted Khabib's cousin, Islam Makhachev, the current UFC lightweight champion. "I know I can beat both Khabib and Islam on any given day," Ilia asserted. In a recent podcast, the retired UFC Hall of Famer made sure To's remarks were heard. Khabib reaffirmed his faith in his skills. He reminded everyone why he is regarded as one of the greatest, saying that his father's passing was the reason he retired rather than aging or declining. "Even now, I believe I can beat anybody in the world. I'm not elderly, not because I couldn't compete, but because my father died I retired. I've been a competitor since birth. Not all people are warriors, but many train. Warriors continue to be the best and defend their titles. I could win a UFC title right now if I so desired, but now is Islam's moment. Now he's the best." While a fight between Khabib and Ilia is pretty much impossible, the growing tension between their camps is undeniable. A more likely scenario is a showdown between Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria, with both champions bringing their respective strengths to the knockout power and Islam's elite grappling, making for a high-stakes battle. But first, Islam has to get through a very tough Arman Tsarukyan this Saturday. Charles Oliva is ready for the winner of Islam and Arman at UFC 311 in a recent interview with TNT Sports. Charles shared his thoughts on the upcoming rematch between Islam and Arman for Oliveira. The winner doesn't really matter. He's ready to fight either one of them as soon as possible. Ola also confirmed that he will be attending the event at the InTo Dome this weekend to watch the fight. Quote, "They have similar styles. I think Islam is a little bit ahead. I also think it's going to be an excellent fight, but for me, it doesn't matter who wins. Furthermore, I'm the next. It relies on how they will depart the combat. For me, it doesn't matter. I will fight in February or March if I could, but it will depend on how the fight goes. I will be there even if I have to sit close to the cage," end quote. Ola's last fight was against Michael Chandler at UFC 309. Charles dominated the contest, securing a unanimous decision victory.